Welcome back to our Tour de France 2025 playthrough on the Tour de France game. So far we've done 9 stages and Remco Evenepoel is in the yellow jersey, with a pretty sizable gap of over 2 minutes on Pogacar and Vingegaard. But today's terrain is the first real test. Starting off with a crazy medium mountain festival on stage 10, climbs everywhere. After that, supposedly a sprint stage, but it might be too difficult for Merlier. But most importantly, stage 12 to Otakam, the first mountain stage of this Tour de France. The first real test for Remco Evenepoel. Anyway, starting off with stage 10, I'm actually quite scared of this one. So much climbing, not a single valley. According to the game, Pogacar, Jorgensen and my Evenepoel are the favorites. Okay, let's talk strategy. First of all, if I look at the parkour, then there's so much climbing before the sprint that Merlier, he won't get there. So we're not starting with Merlier. But I think I want the rider in the breakaway, so maybe Valentin Paré-Peintre. Okay, if I want to be in the breakaway, I will have to find a way to move up in the peloton, because right now VPP is kind of blocked in. There we go, there we go, there we go. Valentin Paré-Peintre into the breakaway. That is step 1 of our plan. Roughly 60 kilometers into the stage, the breakaway is 15 riders with 6 minutes and a half on the peloton, so a proper gap. So with Valentin the breakaway, my game plan is the following. As we can see on the map, there's climbs coming. I want to attack with Remco from the peloton to Valentin, most likely as late as possible so it does not backfire. Honestly, entering the last 15 kilometers of the stage on the second last climb, I think this might be my moment to attack. So around this corner, there goes Remco Evenepoel, around Sivakov, and that is my move. A burst off the front of the peloton to the breakaway. Trying to load up on my blue gel a little bit at this moment. Slowly but surely catching up with Paré-Peintre, but he's out of energy, so he's completely useless for me. Let's just keep on going then. Wait a second. Tadej Pogacar is in my wheel. Oi, 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 oi. The GC riders are back. Honestly, I'll just take Tadej Pogacar's wheel over the top because he will descend better than I will. Our attack failed, but I'll try again on the final climb. Anyway, onto the final climb, and Tadej Pogacar instantly attacks. Wow, 3.7k, 7.2%, but I'm in your wheel, buddy, and I'm ready. Okay, Pogacar stopped, so I'll try to take over now. I will not attack yet, not attack yet. Should I use my turbo gel pretty soon? I think I'll use it now. There we go. Using my turbo gel, but the others are gonna fly past here. The others are gonna fly past, but now I can use my turbo gel to react, which is something. I think I'll lose time today. I think I will lose time today. Tadej Pogacar looks better. There we go, final 800 meters and Tadej Pogacar has about 10 meters on us. Not a big gap, but I'm hoping to stay in the same group here and to finish with Tadej Pogacar, but I think there's a small gap here. There we go, that is the finish. Tadej Pogacar wins and we're gonna finish, I think, 5th. I'll be honest, that was a super stressful stage. Honestly, not much to say about that final. I simply didn't have it with Remco. The energy just wasn't there. So, Pogacar took 10 bonus seconds plus 3 seconds on the road, so 13 seconds closer. Our gap is now 1 minute and 52 seconds on Pogacar, so still quite comfortable. But if we keep losing time like this, we won't win this Tour de France. Anyway, time for a slightly different stage. On paper, a sprint stage, but parkour-wise, quite a few hills in the last half. So I have to confess, I'm not sure Merlier can survive this. Anyway, he should make it to the intermediate sprint, so let's focus on that first. So, last 3.7 kilometers towards the intermediate sprint in the wheel of Jonathan Milan at the moment, so I'm feeling comfortable. Milan is gonna launch pretty soon as well. Let's see if we can get you on the left side here. Come on, let's get to the wheel of Philipsen. Come on, let's get to the draft. We're not in the draft. We're not in the draft. There we go with Merlier on the left side of the road. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Bike throw. Wow, I think we're third in the peloton, maybe? Yes, indeed. But I had energy left, so I could have won that if I launched a little bit earlier. Anyway, the last part of this race is quite hilly, so let's see if Merlier survives. With around 14 kilometers left, looking good with Merlier, second last climb of the day, and we are still surviving. Okay, last 5 kilometers in the wheel of Jasper Philipsen. Every single bit of climbing is behind us, so let's focus on the sprint. Last 2 kilometers, Van der Poel giving a lead out to Jasper Philipsen. Absolutely perfect position. 1.5, 1.4, 1.3. This is the one. I can feel it. This is the one. Stay in the wheel of Philipsen. Stay in the wheel of Philipsen. Sprint in the wheel of Philipsen. Let's try to come out. There we go. On the right side of the road. There goes Tim Merlier. There goes Tim Merlier. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Woo! We won a sprint! I'm so happy about that one. So incredibly happy. Honestly, the perfect lead out by Mathieu van der Poel for Philipsen, and I was in the wheel with 1 kilometer to go. Then I wait a little bit, and then I start launching on the right side of Philipsen, and I was simply too fast. Too much energy, too much speed, and Merlier wins, and I do too. There we go, finally, finally, Tim Merlier on the podium of the Tour de France after a sprint stage. Now Jasper Philipsen is still in the green jersey, but now that I've mastered the art of sprinting, it's only a matter of time. Oh la 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 la, Tim Merlier winning a sprint. I gotta say, that winning feeling, it feels good. When it comes to green, the gap is actually quite large, 90 points between Philipsen and Merlier. But hey, only halfway through this Tour de France, so I gotta keep believing. Anyway, now it's time for the first proper mountain stage of this Tour de France, stage 12 to Otakam. 1 minute and 52 seconds is the gap from Remco to Pogacar to defend on this stage. When it comes to my plan, I feel like mountain stages on this game are all about energy management, so I'll play it conservatively with Remco. But I'll start with Merlier to go for the sprint. Honestly, on a mountain stage, I reckon Merlier might be allowed in the breakaway, so let's give it a try, but I see some sprinters responding, Dainese in my wheel. Okay, 5k later and the break is 20 riders with a 2-minute gap on the peloton, so that's great. I skipped a little further into the race and the intermediate sprint is coming up pretty soon, but there's quite a few fast men in this group. Sam Bennett, Groenewegen, De Lee, so let's try to beat them. Last 2.7 kilometers to the sprint, but it's downhill, so quite sketchy and a U-turn incoming, so I'm trying to follow the wheel of Groenewegen in this descent, but this corner might ruin it. Actually, pretty okay corner. Come on, Merlier, get to the wheel, get to the wheel. Last 1.4 kilometers, get ready, get ready, get ready. Let's launch on the left side of the road. Maybe too early. 1 versus Groenewegen. We can do this, come on. Around the corner, perfect sprint line. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, indeed. This one is ours. Oh, did I just pause it? What have I done? Resume? Is that circle? Yes, it's circle. Anyway, 20 points for Merlier. I'll switch to Remco for the rest of the stage, but I think I'll wait for the final climb to do anything. Honestly, absolutely nothing happened on the first 2 climbs, so we are starting the final climb as we speak. Here is Otakam, 13.3 kilometers at 8%, and it's begun. I'm trying to spend the lowest possible effort and stay in the group because that way I can save as much energy as possible for the last part of the climb. Tadej Pogacar is moving up on the right side of the road, so I kind of want to move up myself a little bit as well, so let's try to do that. Ooh, that's a move right there. Tadej Pogacar is attacking, so let's do my own tempo right now. We're gonna catch him by the finish line. I can feel it. There comes my move on the right side of the road around Arendsman. I'm gonna attack towards Mr. Pogacar up the road. There we go, and gradually I'll try to close him down now. 8k to go. There we go, around these breakaway riders. Don't block me, boys, don't block me. Come on, guys. That's not fair. I was almost with Pogacar. Last 6.7 kilometers, a small gap between us. That's 10 seconds only. Let's use my blue bar right now. Let's try and regenerate some blue and some red energy. Remco, he's right there in front of you. Pedal faster, buddy. You can do this. I believe in you. Can I get closer if I take my corner sharper? It looks like I can. Gap is down to 7 seconds and Tadej Pogacar, is he done for? Oh my god, I'm almost done for. I gotta watch out. Don't spend as much energy. Don't spend as much energy. We gotta make it to the finish line, Remco. We gotta make it to the finish. Pogacar is right there. Ay, ay, ay. Tadej Pogacar is back and he's attacking. How is he attacking? I don't have energy. I overextended. It was a mistake. Everything was a mistake. The gap is 16 seconds, but we're gonna lose a minute here. We are gonna lose a minute and Jonas is passing us as well. Last 900 meters on 30 seconds of Pogacar. Jonas is 10 seconds behind them, but I'm 40 seconds behind and it keeps on expanding that gap. Tadej Pogacar has won the stage ahead of Jonas Vingegaard and I'm gonna stroll over the line pretty soon right now with no energy left. There we go. I might have mastered sprinting, but definitely not climbing. The winner on Otakam is Tadej Pogacar. Not exactly a surprise, but a painful time gap. But Remco Evenepoel is still in the yellow jersey. But we lost 1 minute and 16 seconds to Pogacar, so a massive time loss for a single mountain. I saw Pogacar struggling, I overextended, and it cost me. Oh my god, the gap in GC is all the way down to 36 seconds now. Okay, we might have been humbled by Pogacar, but this Tour de France is not over yet. and I want to win it. And next time we'll take on more mountain stages, starting off with a mountain time trial. After that, one of the 3 queen stages of this Tour de France with 4 categorized climbs and the Col du Tourmalet. Anyway, all of that is for next time. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye!